Hi students, it's Mr. Nguyen. Thank you for joining me with another lesson. Today we are working on reflection over reflection on the coordinate plane. It's going to be over the x and the y axis. So let's get started with this first example. So now let's review the rule real quick. Whenever you're reflecting over the x-axis, the y value will become opposite, right? So the order pairs, let's say if your original is x, y, and you're reflecting over the y-axis, your new coordinate will be negative x, and y will stay the same. That's the rule over the x-axis. Okay, oh wait, over the y-axis, sorry. No, over the x-axis, the y will be opposite. This is over the y-axis. Okay, so whichever axis you're reflecting it over, the value for that the value for the coordinate is going to stay the same. So if you can see that y stays the same, that means I reflected this over the y-axis. Okay, so that's the easier way to remember this. Okay, so y-axis. As you can see, if I put all of these order pairs in this triangle up here, then that's the x-axis, right? The x value will stay exactly the same. As you see, -6 and -6 is going to be up here still, right? So the x value will stay the same. So whichever axis you are reflecting over, the value for that or for that coordinate will stay the same. The other one will be opposite, okay? So so I don't know why I give you the y-axis rule. So the x-axis rule, I should give you the x-axis rule. The x-axis, remember we say that x will stay the same, right? X will stay the same. Okay, if you are doing a reflection over the x-axis, x will stay the same. Y will change to opposite. So if you start with originally a positive y, then it will become a negative y, and vice versa, right? This is vice versa. This is two-way. If you start with a negative y, it will become positive y. So the rule will be two ways, okay? There you go. That's as simple as it is, okay? All right, let's get started. So here, I know I'm going to be at -6 still, but the opposite. So this the R is at -7. So I know when I reflect this, it's going to be at +7 and -6. So make sure your location is correct, right? You can double check your location, make sure that's correct. And once you have that first point, you can duplicate this figure by using the same concept of a triangle. So you're gonna do 4 out and all that stuff. But to be really sure, you should use the rule for every single order pair, right? So we do here -7, but it's at -2. So we're gonna do -2 and +7 to get our S value. And then for the t value, we are at -7 and -9. So it's going to be -7 and +9. Okay, +9 right up here. All right, so that's the most sure way of doing reflection, is that you reflect each order pair um, separately. Don't just judge the picture, because sometimes we take the picture and we draw it wrong on the other side. Okay, submit. Now, if it's a square, it might be like this one. Okay, but even when it's a square, when you reflect it, it might look differently. Okay, it's still a square, but when it overlaps with the other one, like, let's say if the axis of symmetry is right here, then your reflection will be very different. Okay, the picture looks different. Okay, it's still a square, but it kind of overlapping. But this one, we're looking for x-axis reflection. So again, we're doing same x value, opposite y value. So I'm going to end up right here at +2 for D. And then I can count, or I can just do +9. So I can go do +9. All right, or I can count, oh, how many units is this? Let me draw CD on the other side. And then I can extend this over here, and then I can extend this over here. And there's my reflection of that shape. Okay, double check, 9, 9, 6, 6, or -6, -6. Okay, submit. Oh, where's my submit? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Okay, this one, a rectangle, easy. All right, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another way to do it. You can count the distance from the reflection, from the axis of symmetry. Okay, and this is over x-axis, so make sure you read the direction. And then we have a rectangle, so we have at -8, so we're going to end up at +8 right here. And then I go all the way over here, all the way down here. There you go. Submit. Ta-da! This is a trapezoid, so be careful when you reflect this because the shape is turned and it's tilted, and so just reflect every single order pair unless it's a straight line like this. But if it's like a tilted line, make sure you reflect it just to be sure that you're not drawing a different shape, right? These are called isometric. So the reflection, the shape, the new shape or the image should be the same size as the original figure, okay? So it's called isometric. All right, so here the U will be right here, and then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? No, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should end up at 6, yes. And then now I'm going to reflect this one. It's 3 units away from the x-axis. Oh, I didn't read direction. Ta-da! It says reflect over the line x equals 2. Oops, the line x equals 2 is right here, y'all. I told you to read direction, but I did not read direction. I just assumed. So don't make a mistake like I just did, okay? The line equal x equal 2 is right here. It's a vertical line. We learned that in Algebra 1. So I am going to count the same distance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So over here, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my point right here, right? And then I will do the same thing for this one. So I'm going to go down 2, and then I'm going to count how many units from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from here, I go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Okay. And then from there, I go down 2 units, and then I go over to match this one, but I go down 1 unit over like this. There's my T prime. Okay. So I'm so glad I read that direction. Submit. There we are. Okay. Clear. All right. Oh, this time x-axis. Hey, I learned. I read direction. So if you're reflecting over x-axis, your image will be in the second quadrant. This is second quadrant. Okay. So let's do this. 2 units, 2 units over. And then how many units is this? 6 units, right? 6 units away from the x-axis. So I'm going to do 6 units away from the y-axis. And then 2 over, 1 over. Oh, wait. There's something wrong here. Right here? No, that doesn't look right. What's wrong with my picture? Maybe up here? Oh, I clicked the wrong point first. Okay, I need to click this point first and then go over and go, oh, this is my Q. This should be my Q. Okay, this should be my Q. Okay, so it joins it like this. So I should do Q first, and then I do P. There you go. Okay, otherwise it's twisted my line. So I go S, R, Q, P. You have to go in the same order. S, R, Q, P. Prom. Okay. Hit submit. Yay. Okay. All right. That's gotta slow down sometimes. It's a little tricky. All right, let's do this one. 2 units, that will be my D. So if I were to do this on paper, I would actually label my order pairs like D prime, right? And that will kind of help me figure out where the points are already. So I'm gonna go D, E, and then B, C, maybe. So I go E first, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, well, -6. So +6. I'm right here. And now I'm going to do my B, okay? B is 10. So it's going to be +10. The same line with D, +10. And I'm going to do my C. because I got to go in order, right? C is -6 again, and it's where -3 is. So +6 here and then -3. There is my reflection over the x-axis, okay? Submit. This one we're doing y equals -x. Okay, so first of all, we need to know how to graph this line. Y equals -x is this line right here. Well, I'm gonna use my line tool to graph for you. It goes like right here. Oh, from here. Okay, it's this line right here. That line right there, okay? So it's this line. So I am going to reflect everything to the opposite side. So same thing, you count the distance, okay? You count the distance. So here you say, oh, it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So it's right over here. It's the same distance. So my first F prime point will be right there, okay? Now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my second point, which is my G. Okay, so I'm gonna do my G right here. Okay, and then same thing for my D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's my point right here for my D. So I'm gonna do D right here. And then same thing for my E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, oh wait. Oh yeah, should be right here. Yep. Okay. So there you go. Okay, so let me clear all of my drawings so you can see the true reflection. Well, I gotta add the line back so you can actually see the reflection. Okay. I'm gonna start right here. There's the mirror. The mirror is right here. Okay, so as you can see, if you fold, let's say this is a piece of paper and you fold a line right there, the blue image will sit on top of the orange. Okay, they're gonna sit on top, they're gonna match up each other. Okay, so I don't want to tell you the rule because we're actually graphing. We're not doing the coordinate points, right? So when we get to the practice on the coordinate points, I will tell you the rule for this, okay? So for now, all I did was counting the same exact distance it is straight away from the axis of symmetry, right? So as you can see here, this is -4, -4. The reflection is actually 4, 4, right? So as you can see, the order pair changes. Everything changes. So this one is 1, -4. This one is actually 4, -1. Not only they change, they switch as well. Okay, they switch. This one is actually 4 and -1. This one's actually +1 and -4. So they actually switch and change sign, right? So that's the rule. But we'll talk about the rules later. For now, if you're graphing, just count the distance, right? It has to be exact same distance on the opposite side, okay? So when you count, make sure you count very carefully and you're using the grid to count, okay? Submit. Oops, I gotta go submit. Yay, okay? All right, here we go. Line x equals -4. So let's draw that line real quick. X equals -4 is this line right here. Okay, I'm using web paint to draw here, guys. Okay, so I'm drawing this line, and I'm going to take every single order pair, and I will flip it and put it on the opposite side, exact distance. Okay, so this is 3 units, so this is going to be 3 units. This is 2 units, so it's going to be 2 units, and then this is 4 units, so it's going to be 4 units. There's my reflection, and I'm going to hit submit. Okay. I'm going to skip levels just a little bit, guys, just to see. Oh, well, I can skip levels. So I think that's pretty much it. We've seen everything. We've seen reflection over different lines, reflection over the axis, reflection over tilted line. So just make sure you know how to draw your reflection line. right? Your axis of symmetry. It's important, okay? So let's do this one real quick, and then we'll call it a day. So y-axis is over here. That means I'm going to end up over here. My graph's going to end up over there. So let's see. Let's do C first, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's C. And then let's do D. D is 6, so I'm going to end up at -6 and -6. And then I'm going to go down 3 units. And that's my E. And then I'm going to go that way. That's my B. Okay, so C, D, E, B. Okay, so you gotta take your time and do it slowly, so just to make sure you're not graphing order pairs in the wrong place. Okay, submit. All right, you guys. Well, I hope that's helpful. Everything after this is pretty much repeat. So my tip for you is read this first, and then know where your reflection line is, and then count the distance. All right. If you have any questions or need help, additional help, just email me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next videos when we actually do the rules. Okay, bye-bye.